I can't believe in my 11th year in London already. Life definitely has changed after I got my British citizenship. What it was like being on a visa for 10 years. Whoa. I was on 2 year student visa at A level and another 3 years on student visa at university. And after that, I was on 2 years work visa on a graduate scheme and then 3 years on another work visa. There were a lot of hoops to jump through, a lot of money to pay. Looking back, it was a very long journey. What it was like to be on a visa for so long. Oh my god, it felt like I was serving sentence. I couldn't just do whatever I wanted. I couldn't just pursue my dream job. If I wanted to change employer, then I would have to find another employer that would sponsor my job. The problem was that my role was in digital banking at that time, and these roles were not typically sponsored. I couldn't travel whenever I wanted to because I have to apply for visa almost everywhere I went. I couldn't be spontaneous. Every year, I could only go back to Vietnam for 2 weeks. And during my student years, I often went back during summer holiday. And when I was at work, I often went back around September time, which means I missed every single New Year, Lunar New Year, or Tết holiday in Vietnam. And I just got used to it. I think it's not easy. It was actually really hard. And you almost can't complain because you choose to be here. And you know that this is the path and this is the things that come with it. So I just have to get on with it and be patiently wait. When I flew back to Vietnam and came back in the UK, it was so annoying because I had to wait so long and every time it probably took like 2 hours at passport control. All of that affected my self-esteem. I didn't feel like I was aligned with my company at the time, but I couldn't do anything about it. And it made me quite depressed. And it was 5 years of my work life. Many people my age were already managers or even senior managers after 5-6 years of working if they followed a straightforward career progression. At very low points of my life, I felt like I had to escape it. I have to just detach myself from my career, and that's no way to live and work. I was really struggling. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. At 10 years, I could apply for my permanent residency, and I no longer needed my employer to sponsor me. I could do practically anything I want. And so I quit and registered a limited company. To be honest, it was amazing to be off the visa. I felt so free. I felt like possibilities are endless. I could do anything I want. I could really fly. I felt like I was flying. I could finally do all the creative things I wanted to do. I could be a free citizen in the world. I did freelancing for a while and then applied for another corporate job because, to be honest, at that time, I wasn't ready to fully run my own business yet. But even then, when I was working at my corporate job, I didn't felt like I was trapped. I felt like I was here because it was serving me and I wanted to explore this. I could quit anytime. I wasn't tied to it. I didn't have to be scared. I could speak up. It was also in an area that was more aligned with what I wanted to do. So I felt like I was actually building up my career instead of just struggling. I felt a lot more myself and I could finally pursue all the things that I was doing for free on a visa professionally. During my 5 years on the work visa, I never stopped writing and I was writing for free for many places. Then after I got off that work visa, I could finally get paid writing for bigger websites. It felt so validated. It felt like the things that I do have value. I could be really creative with how I make money and I was able to set up different income streams. Anything I could offer, I could make money from it. Finally. And oh my god, the ability to just travel anywhere. Oh, it's so nice. And when I get back to the UK, got in, no waiting. Oh, the privilege. Was it worth it? Yes, it was definitely worth it. It was a massive opportunity of social mobility. I would never be able to afford the life I'm living now, to afford to have my mom back home financially had I not been in the UK and built a life and career here. I now feel like I'm a citizen of the world and I have my own family, my own home. It just feels so freeing. It just feels like I have lived. I feel very confident and proud of myself because of the journey I have been through. Even when I was on a visa and was very restricted career-wise, I was still exposed to so many different things, different cultures, different people, and these things really helped me expand my horizon and test my limits. They helped me understand myself so much better, build communication skills, social skills, these skills that have been so useful in everything I do. I'm also very pleased that I have made the most of those years while on a visa to set myself up for success when I finally have my freedom. I didn't have to start again even with a different career path. And it was because during my years on a visa, I continued to develop my skills in and outside work, relevant skills that will help me get more opportunities later in areas that I wanted. Here are my tips on how to make the most of your years on a visa. Number 1. Explore all the different opportunities. Meet different people. Try to expose yourself to different things. Stretch yourself. Get involved in life here. Try new things. Take what it has to offer. Do it all. It's your opportunity. Maybe you'll come back to your country later, but now is the time. You are here. Be a part of the life here. Number 2. Build skills in and outside your job, and you can get to know more different areas. There's so many contacts, so many people. There are opportunities everywhere. Number 3. While your careers might be a bit restricted, you can spend this time working on your personal life. If you have a corporate job, chances are they will have health insurance. I use my health insurance for therapy. Definitely one of the best things that those corporate jobs gave me. Think about all the challenges that you have to go through and be there for yourself. Think about what are the different areas outside work that you can build more. Number 4, invest in relationships and building your network. You might not be able to get paid opportunities now or change career yet. You can start to lay these building blocks. At school, talk to people. At work, talk to people, make their friendships, offer your help, have this growth and learning mindset. All these things, they might not make you any money yet while you're on a work visa, but there will be excellent resources that you can use later to build a career that you love, to build a life that works for you. It takes time to build these things, and your time on a visa will be a perfect opportunity for that. You are not your job. You are not the job that sponsors your visa. It serves a purpose in your life at that time. Obviously, the best scenario is that you're already in a career that you really want to be. Like some of my friends are in finance and they love it and they got sponsored and they got paid well. That is the ideal scenario. But especially if your current job is not really what you really want to do yet, it's okay. Be patient. If you enjoyed this video so far, join me on my Instagram page at Alan Nguyen Official, where I post daily videos about relationship, personal growth, and my immigrant journey. Fast forward to today. I am very happy with my life. I love that I can do anything I want, go anywhere I want, have an international career. I have a home here, but then I can also just pack things up and go anywhere I want. I am 29 now, and looking back, I think I have spent my 20s very well. And I have made the most of what I was given at that time and continue to use them to build up what I want to build. Why did I leave everything behind in Vietnam and come to London? Actually, my sister went to London before me, and you probably have to ask her why she wanted to come. But I just think that it just felt so exciting. Like there's so many opportunities. At that time, it was getting more popular that people studied abroad as well. It just felt like a brand new world, and I felt very inspired by that. I really wanted to expand my world. I really wanted to see different things, different people. I felt like there was so much more for me out there. I was quite ambitious as well. And also I felt like I was quite individualistic. So I didn't feel like I particularly fit in Vietnam. It was not like I fit in the UK when I came either. I just felt like I didn't really have any country because I felt like I wasn't truly 100% aligned with a lot of the mindsets in Vietnam. But then when I come to the UK, I was also treated differently because of how I looked. I think it also something maybe at that age as well, where you felt like you're different because you are basically a child, you're teenage years. So you wanted to be different. But then as you grow up, like now, if I come back to Vietnam, I love it. I love feeling like a Vietnamese person. I embrace my roots. I love it so much. One thing I'm sure that if I was to be in Vietnam or come back to Vietnam after uni, I would never have the life and the financial life that I have now. Being in the UK, being in London, having these names on my portfolio and my CV, it can help open so many doors and possibilities. And I feel like the ceiling is very high, like the sky is the limit. And being in London, that helped me to understand the culture, to interact with people from all different places, and it's so helpful when you want to expand yourself. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, it would really help me if you like and leave a comment. I love to hear from you. See you next time.